Today, Scaled Down Tucson Dragway visits the Tucson Military Vehicle Museum, opening soon. That's right, we've got a behind-the-scenes preview of the museum here today, and we've got quite a lineup of military and not military vehicles getting ready to face off. Let's take a look at today's lineup, as we've got military versus non-military vehicles, starting with a 1968 Camaro, but don't let the vintage look fool you. That thing's got LS power under the hood and a couple of turbochargers as well. Right next to that, how about a belly tanker? You got it. Look at all the exhaust pipes, twin blown Hemis hidden inside there. I think if we had a horsepower war, that thing would probably win on the dyno. You like mod rods? Me too. This thing's a twin turbo diesel, compound turbo. We're talking 90 pounds of boost. That thing should be a rocket ship in the top end of the racetrack. How about this? Have you heard of Skunk Works? Did you know they make cars? I asked what the power plant was on this, and I was told that's top secret. Don't even look, but don't worry, it'll be competitive. Everybody will recognize this one. That's a Ferrari, classic Ferrari, Ferrari Power V12. It's going to be screaming down Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. How about a transport? You've got a VIP that you need to take care of? We're talking armor. We're talking 2-inch thick glass. We're talking tires made of steel. We're talking indestructible. And oh yeah, enough power to outrun the bad guys. A classic Ford pickup with a new gen Coyote under the hood. That thing is supercharged, putting out over 1,500 to the rear wheels, but it's a lightweight flyer. Going to be a handful here at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. And what would a military vehicle museum be without a tank or two? How about twin Allison turbine power? I have no idea how fast that thing goes, but that's what we're here to find out. Track prep being taken care of as we get ready to go into round number one here at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. It is partly cloudy. It is 74.6 degrees. Density altitude 4,820 feet. Just an absolutely beautiful day to go racing. We're ready to go here in round number one. We're going to match up one of each, starting with the belly tanker. Remember, that thing's got twin blown Hemis under the hood, and it's going to take on that classic LS powered Camaro. It's round one. It's first pair. It's Scaled Down Tucson Dragway at the Tucson Military Vehicle Museum. Whoa, and how about two Hemis taking care of business? The LS never had a chance. The belly tanker got off the line first and led that baby wire to wire. Second pair getting ready to come at us now. That's the mod rod. Remember, compound turbo diesel on that side. I expect it to make big smoke, no pun intended, at the top end of the racetrack. And coming at you in the near lane, that's the top secret military vehicle. They wouldn't tell us anything about it, except we know it's going to be competitive. Who's going to round number two? Whoa, both of them getting out of shape as they get down to the finish line. The mod rod taking care of business as the other one leaves the stadium, over the wall and out of business. Safety team checking out both of our drivers before we get into the next round. A little damage to the cars, but the drivers are both A-OK, and the mod rod will be repaired for round number two. I don't know about you, but I'm glad I don't have to explain to the military what happened to their top secret project. Continuing on with round number one from the Tucson Military Vehicle Museum and Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. Your classic Ferrari. I know, more at home on a road course than on a racetrack, but if you followed us at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway, you know those Ferraris are pretty mean. Taking on the transport, the VIP transport. It's bulletproof, it's bomb-proof, it's rocket-proof, but is it Ferrari-proof? It is. Who saw that coming? I don't know what they put for an engine in that thing. It's got to weigh 9,000 pounds, but it outran the Ferrari. I'd be embarrassed if I had a Ferrari. Our final pair here in round number one is going to feature that old Ford pickup with a new generation Coyote strapped under the hood, and he is taking on the tank, twin Allison turbine powered. From a horsepower standpoint, I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, and problems for the Ford. That thing is lightweight, got out of control, and on its roof, safety rolls to the scene immediately, and the driver gets out A-OK. The twin turbine powered tank taking care of business and headed into the next round. Well, while we get ready for round two of Scaled Down Tucson Dragway here at the Pima Air and Space Museum, let's check in with Brad Elliott from, you guys are expanding. This is a world-class air museum, and now you're getting into cool stuff.
Yeah, we've got some tanks coming in and military vehicles. We're going to open up a new museum right next to Pima Air and Space Museum. Same address, 6000 East Valencia Road. Go to the left, there's going to be a tank park. We're going to have riding opportunities and even driving opportunities, along with all these things that we're going to put on display. We're still raising money, so if you have it in you to support our cause, help us bring more history to the Southern Arizona region in a way that almost no one in the world does, help us out. We'll throw a link out, and Right behind us here is one example of something that you'll see. This is the Buffalo MRAP, mine resistant, ambush protected vehicle. Got a little logo on there because it was featured in a movie at some point you might recognize, fighting Megatron.
So just like with the Air and Space Museum, you're going to have modern stuff, you're also going to have historical stuff.
That's right. We've got military vehicles coming in from a couple different sources, so we're going to have stuff that's still being used throughout the world, stuff that's been long since retired, different places, United Kingdom, we've got Iraqi, we've got different countries. Of course, it's going to be heavy on the U.S. history, just like it is at Pima Air and Space Museum, but we like to show a little bit of everything.
That's going to be coming in the future. Just keep your eyes online. And as he said, if you want to support, you can click the link on the bottom of the screen and donate to the Pima Air and Space Museum or the brand new Military Historic Vehicle Museum. Let's get back to the racing. And we're ready for round number 2 here at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. The 2 heaviest machines in competition going at it now. The personal transport that is armored and leaded, and I don't even know what kind of engine's under the hood, against the tank, twin Allison turbines. Who's going to the final round? Whoa, check it out. I don't know who the VIP is in the back of that limo, but I know this. He's going to the final. A lot of surprise faces here at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. Hey, you got to be fast enough to outrun the enemy, even if the enemy does have a tank. We're about to find out who's going to race the limo here at the final round, Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. Will it be the Mod Rod, that's a twin turbo compound diesel, or will it be the twin blown Hemi belly tanker? We got a big old limo waiting in the final. Oh, the belly tanker taking care of business as the Mod Rod gets out of shape. Once the boost came in, picked the front end up, turned that thing over, it was game over for the Mod Rod and game on for the belly tanker. He makes it to the final round. Driver of the Mod Rod was A-OK. Well, here's your matchup for the final round. I think a lot of people expected that twin Hemi-powered belly tanker to make it this far, and it did. The second one might be a bit of a surprise when you look at a heavily armored limo. That thing's got to weigh 9,000 pounds. Nobody expects that to be a performance machine. But if you got a car that heavy and a VIP in the back, you got to be able to outrun the bad guys, and so far, that car's outrun everything. Final round coming up next at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. Just a little taste of the heavy iron here at the Tucson Military Museum that is overseeing Scaled Down Tucson Dragway for our special match race today. It was military vehicles against street vehicles, and we end up with a couple of government issues in the final round. The belly tanker with a couple of Hemis underneath the skin, or the VIP armored limo. Who's going to take home the trophy from Scaled Down Tucson Dragway today? Final round, let's go. Oh, and the belly tanker making it happen. The limo got out of shape. Looks like it might have blown a tire. Ends up coming to a stop out there on the racetrack. And the twin Hemi belly tanker making it happen. Hey, what would you expect at a military museum? You should have a classic hot rod in the winner's circle. Celebrating in the winner's circle, the belly tanker with a couple of blown Hemis under the hood conquered all this week at Scaled Down Tucson Dragway. Thanks for joining us, and thanks again to the Tucson Military Vehicle Museum. They'll be opening soon. You're going to want to come out and check out some of this vintage classic iron. If you like military history, then you need to visit the Pima Air and Space Museum. Take a look at some of the airborne assets from back in the day. And coming soon, the Tucson Military Vehicle Museum. We're talking tanks, we're talking Jeeps, we're talking all kinds of interesting vehicles, and you can come out and check them all out. Just keep your eyes online. We will be open soon.